The movie starts with our protagonist named Tommy, determinedly walking down the alley. Tommy walks up to a police officer and punches him in the face. Instantly, a bunch of cops appear, surround, and arrest Tommy. He's sentenced to 2 years. By his face, we could understand that he's more than happy with his sentence. In prison, he gets a full body cavity search. Then a woman officer starts booking him. She asks him a lot of questions about him and his life before imprisonment, including the question about his girlfriend, to which he says that he doesn't have any girlfriend, at least not anymore. Later, one of the guards shows him his cell, and he reminds him that he won't get any special treatment and will be put in his place if he doesn't behave himself. Suddenly, the alarm goes off, and the guard rushes to the second floor where he finds a guy who'd hung himself. In the cell, Harry, Tommy's inmate, says that it's another hanging of this month, and that the guards are probably too late to save the guy. Harry asks what Tommy is in for. To which Tommy replies, "Justice," with a very serious face. Later that day, we see a sad guard. Apparently, they were too late to save the guy. Another scene takes us back to where it all started, a riot. A group of friends decide to rob a jewelry store cause they think that all the police are gonna be focused on the riot. They get equipped, mount their motorcycles, and go out on the hunt. They pull over the jewelry store's display window, smash it and put all the jewelry in the duffel bag. The store owner comes out and grabs onto one of the robbers. Seeing that, another robber takes out the gun and shoots the store owner dead. They drive away, hide the motorcycles, and take a stolen car. Driving down the road, they stumble upon a group of police officers. They stop the car and everyone storms out of it in multiple directions. The police officers run after them and eventually catch them all. In the next scene, we see Tommy before prison, working at a local construction site. He asks his boss to go home early, because he has a doctor's appointment with his pregnant girlfriend. Today they're gonna find out if it's a boy or a girl. Later that day, lying in bed with his girlfriend, Tommy makes a promise that he's always gonna take care of her, and look after her, no matter what. Tommy wakes up in prison, realizing that it was only a dream. In the canteen, Tommy gets tested by a guy named Angel Face, but does not bend under the pressure so easily. Angel Face is Jake's guy. Jake is the leader of the gang and the guy who shot the jewelry store owner during the riot. They're only charged with possession of a stolen vehicle. After breakfast, they all go outside. Tommy asks Harry to show him guys called S.A. and Mason. Outside, Jake sells fake weed to a guy named Patrick. They have a little fight, but the guy can't do anything against a group of Jake's people. Later, in the showers, Angel Face harasses Harry, Tommy's cellmate, and tells him to visit his cell tonight. Before going to prison, Jake was sent to his probation officer, who happened to be Tommy's girlfriend, Elise. She asks him a lot of questions, and he bursts into rage when she asks him about his family. He tells her that his mom didn't love him and her boyfriend would torture him. Until he had to put an end to that himself. He storms out of the office. She follows him and she sees S.A. She tells him that he's late for his appointment. She threatens him to call the police. S.A. snaps and slaps her. Jake reminds him about the cameras. While calling the police, she notices Jake showing off a gold watch on his hand. She realizes that it's they who robbed the jewelry store. They notice her watching them through the window and go away. At a diner, Jake tells Mason to deal with Elise, before she reports them to the police. Later that day, Elise, after calling Tommy many times, leaves work and gets in the car. Suddenly, a masked man breaks her side window and punches her in the face, till she passes out. Back into prison, Tommy's lifting weight in the gym. Jake tells Angel Face to check out how strong Tommy is. Suddenly, Patrick comes in with a makeshift knife. Angel Face knocks him over with one hit. Patrick yells for guards' help, but the guards only laugh at him. Jake's gang beats Patrick up until the guards take him away. After the assault, Elise, Tommy's girlfriend, gets into hospital. Her face is all beaten up and she loses the baby. Tommy and Elise's relationship is falling apart. Eventually, Elise leaves Tommy as she cannot overcome her grief. Tommy is crushed by it. Now we know what kind of justice Tommy is after. Now, back to prison. While everyone is gone, Tommy beats up S.A. for attacking his girlfriend. S.A. says he only slapped her once. He says it was Jake who assaulted her in the car. Later, S.A. gets rolled out down the hall by paramedics. All roughed up. The rumor has it that Tommy beat up S.A. Jake invites Tommy to his room for a talk. Jake thanks Tommy for taking out S.A. cause they had a beef with each other. Jake asks Tommy to join their gang and Tommy agrees. Later, in the showers, Harry gets assaulted by Angel Face. Tommy sees it and stands up for his cellmate Harry. They fight for a couple of minutes. Doesn't look like Tommy's winning. Eventually, Angel Face trips on the wet floor and fatally hits his head. It's a matter of time before Jake finds out who did that to Angel Face, so Tommy has to move quickly. Tommy goes to Jake's room. Jake seems to have been waiting for him. Tommy accuses Jake of hurting his girlfriend. Jake's friend sneaks up on Tommy from behind and they beat up. The guard comes in at the last moment, before it's too late, and they put him in a solitary cell. While Tommy's in the cell, Jake tells Mason to finish up Tommy's girlfriend when he gets out. Jake threatens Mason's daughter if he doesn't do it. Starved, cold, and tortured by the guards, Tommy eventually gets out of the cell. All thanks to the woman officer who practically saves his life. As soon as Tommy gets out of the cell, Mason visits Tommy. Mason reveals Jake's plan. Mason says that he's done hurting people. He asks Tommy to put an end to it or Mason's baby daughter will get hurt. Realizing that it's not about revenge anymore, Tommy asks Harry to help him out. In the canteen, Harry starts a prison riot to distract the guards. When Jake leaves, Tommy follows him. Tommy takes his makeshift knife from his room and puts it into his pocket. Tommy goes to Jake's room. Jake ambushes him and beats him up down the stairs. Jake tells him how he's gonna torture his girlfriend before ending her life. He sticks the sharp end of the stick into one of Tommy's eyes. Screaming in agony, Tommy shoves the knife between Jake's ribs. Jake falls to the ground with blood coming out of his mouth. Tommy yells hysterically before he gets knocked down by the guards. At the end, he loses his eye, his girlfriend, his baby, his freedom, but at least now he knows that Elise is safe and Jake won't hurt anyone anymore. And that's all that matters. Thanks for watching. Please, write in the comments the next movie I should make a video on. See ya next time. Bye bye.